Oh, heavens no. When life annoys, top up your joy. I should just take my joy, shouldn't I? Percy! Percy!
Arthur!
What have you been up to? No one's seen you for hours.
Ah, nose to the grindstone, you know.
Then why haven't I heard a single whoosh through the door since 10 o'clock? Did you forget we're having Deirdre's birthday party?
Oh.
We've got a piñata.
Right. Brilliant. Of course.
Have you forgotten your joy?
Of course not. Snug as a bug on a drug.
Well, come on then, finish up.
Just have a few more pages. I know you're very busy.
Then don't take too long to finish.
Aha! The power cell's empty.
Well, what will you do?
I'll get a new one.
There is now a curfew in effect at night. Any civilian on the streets between 6 at night and 6
Brothers,
in the morning.
I'll always look after you, you know that.
Lovely. I'd almost forgotten that, and now we can.
How does she know?
Well, I expect you in the conference room presently. Don't dawdle. You don't want to miss the piñata.
Wasn't Prudence supposed to be coming back today? I made her a welcome back card. Do you think the canister wonders what life's like outside the tube? Of course, he'd have to break the tube to get out. That would break it for everybody. Clive Birthwhistle. You're off at the party, aren't you? That little shit. He wants my view. Whatever happened to you, Prudence? You're not coming back, are you, Prue? But where did you go? Are you off your joy, Prue? I mean, you too.
I did take them. No, leave me alone. I took my joy. No, leave me alone. No. Oh, hi, Arthur.
We seem to be a bit behind in our work now that you mention it.
Used to eat nothing but ship's biscuits and salt pork. I could do with some salt pork right now. But if you eat nothing but, you're going to get sick. You see, your body needs vitamin C. But biscuits and salt pork don't have any vitamin C. So sailors and long English voyagers will get sick. And they didn't have joy to make them feel any better either.
Odd.
Well,
I never noticed that. We should fix that, or empty the bucket at least.
There you are. You nearly missed the piñata. It's the most adorable Spanish custom. Uncle Jack did a whole show about it. You smash it until all the candy comes out. Come on, hit it! Hit it! Hit it!
Give it a whack! Hit it!
You are off your joy. Take one of mine. Oh, my lord. He's a downer. Call security. We've got a downer.
Probably a bad time to ask for that raise. Good Christ. I can't believe I'm still alive.
Today's schedule.
More or less.
What's going on
Ow.
in the village of Hamlet?
Feels like I lost an argument with a train.
Chatting and
I
greeting
can't go
and
back.
smiling and laughing, of course.
I've got to get out of
and
here.
Breakfast, lunch and dinner, and work. But at 3, I hope you'll all take a quick break for our daily recreational activity. Today we will all gather around the telly for a rousing round of Simon Says. Well, I won't be gathering around the telly. In the telly, just like every day, I'll be playing it with you. And then there'll be cake and prizes for all the winners, and everyone's a winner, and everyone will be there. So don't miss it, or you're a rotten egg. But seriously,
Blimey.
you have an
It's
awful
Mrs. Stokes.
such as 2 broken legs.
Is this what we've come to?
Love your country. And now, the hot food song from our favorite band.
seem to have done a lovely job of breaking this... this is jammed. I'll need something to pry it open.
What do you do if you're with a downer? Well, if it's you, then just excuse yourself and take your joy right away. You'll be as right as rain in no time. But what if it's not you? Well, the first thing to do is ask the downer, have you had enough joy today? Most sensitive people will realize they've forgotten their morning joy. After all, forgetfulness can happen to any of us. In fact, it's a sign you're taking your joy. So remind them and they'll take their joy right away and yes, problem solved. But what if the person won't take his joy? Well, you need to step up and do your...
Citizen of Wellington. If you see a policeman or a doctor, simply notify us that there's a downer in the area, and yes, they'll take care of the rest. After all, it's their job. But if there are no authorities, you may need to take action yourself. Call your fellow citizens and let them know they've got a downer in their midst. They'll help you chase and subdue the downer and make sure he takes his joy. Once he's recovered his senses, well, you can let him go on his way. And if for any reason he fails to recover...
Now see here, young man. I paid... I've got friends coming over for tea.
Fish and
We
chips.
mustn't be late.
Oh, very good. I'll have the fish and chips, please. And a pint of bitter, thank you very much.
Toys and tiny beds. Tiny beds in every house.
Things fall apart. The centre cannot hold. And everywhere it's died.
And welcome to today's edition of Well, Well, Well.
Now see here,
show where
young
we
man.
talk about how
I
to
pay
be
taxes.
best.
I demand
Now,
you... I've got
some
friends
of you
coming
written in
over for
about feeling
tea.
malaise and
We mustn't
lethargy.
be late.
Now, these are vague symptoms, and the first thing I can recommend to you is, if you're feeling a bit down in the dumps, pop another joy. Everybody wakes up feeling a little bit down sometimes. I call it waking down. And all you need to know is that you never have to feel bad about feeling bad.
Feed me hot, feed me cold, feed me in the pot 9 days.
Before we begin, please listen to the personal messages to our friends. The rabbit has not... The rabbit has not... has arrived. The taxi has arrived. The fox is in the hen house. The fox is in the hen house. The dog is barking. The dog is barking.
I don't believe we've had the pleasure. Fuck off!
Especially on your legs that look like this. Do you find your muscles on sore when you haven't been overusing them? Well, you may have one girly. And congratulations, this is one of our traditional English enemies. And like all traditional English enemies, we've beaten before, yes, and we'll beat it again. As you know,
Oh, great. Now I've got a rock.
Britannia, Britannia, rule the way. Britain never, never, never shall be saved. And that means that our ships have traditionally been out at sea for long stretches at a time. Sailors used to eat nothing but ship's biscuits and salt pork. I could do with some salt pork right now. But if you eat nothing but, you're going to get sick. See, your body needs vitamin C.
Could be worse, I think.
Welcome to the Special Operations Executive. You're the new agent, aren't you? Alfie, what's his name? Great. Here are the other agents. This is Charlie Croker, Jack Carter, Gonville Bromhead, Joe Vandeleur, and Nigel Powers. But we're missing Peachy. Peachy Carnahan. He's been kidnapped, and you have to rescue him. All right? Brilliant. Here's everything you need to rescue Peachy.
So, why are you getting scurvy when you're not on a boat? Well, I'm afraid some of you have been a bit naughty. You're eating bread and meat, and you're not having a traditional English two-veg. Some of you aren't even eating your potatoes. Imagine that. Well, bread does not contain vitamin C. And if you're eating millet bread or mock cakes, while they taste perfectly acceptable, they're not good sources of the sea. And I'm sad to say, though I've developed quite a taste for it, victory meat does not contain any vitamin C at all. Canned and preserved meats are generally very poor sources of vitamin C. Now, if you were on Captain Cook's ship discovering Australia, New Zealand, and Hawaii, you just have a bit of grog and, well, you'd be right as English rain. But you probably haven't seen a lime or an orange or a lemon in a few years, and, well, neither have I. But not to worry. Most fresh meat contains vitamin C too. Lucky rats, they make their own vitamin C. So, get some fresh meat at the butcher.
Toys
all
and a
set.
tiny bed.
If you can't get fresh meat, then most fresh veg contains lots of vitamin C. Now, you're going to have to restrain your cooking instincts, because if you boil veg so they're nice and gummy,
This is not what I expected the future to be.
you eat some of your veg fresh. Can't get fresh veg? Remember, lots of weeds contain vitamin C. Scurvy grass is named for stopping scurvy in its tracks. Sorrel has 14 milligrams of vitamin C for every 100 grams you eat. Chicory has 24. Clover and dandelion are smashing sources of vitamin C. And they're all around us. In
Teeth.
fact, I think it's safe to say that just about anything that's green and grows in the ground.
Getting late.
Bugger off! Best get inside soon.
I don't know you.
Oof. No rest for the wicked. Guess it's just me and the bobbies now. I'm knackered. Where's a bed?
They found that they could not move to strike the piper, nor could they leave. And out of every house came every villager who was not already in the town square, out of the church, and out of the town hall, and out of the pub, and out of the baker's, and out of the
cheese shop. Even the lame smith limped from his forge to the town square.
It's been a hard day's night, that was.
I don't believe we've had the pleasure.
Why won't you go away?
Spare us some V-meat, would you? Now see here, young man. I paid taxes. I demand you let me have the pleasure. I've got friends coming over for tea. I mustn't be late. I don't know you.
We would like to know if you are who you appear to be. Can you tell me kindly who won Simon Says last Friday?
Right, it was Harry, wasn't it? Harry Jones. Harriet. Larry. Am I getting warmer? No?
Get yourself back to the garden, you downer bastard.
You can't tell,
We
Hugo!
At some level, we all knew.
will guard the Guardians?
The 5th of November.
Who will guard them?
Thief! You can't eat gardenias.
I don't believe we've had
Well, means never having to feel sorry for yourself. But there are some ailments of the body and...
It's easy. You take the goats across first.
I just want them to stop screaming, that's
You
all.
might be having trouble keeping your food in. There's a surprisingly nasty
Back off, you.
called cholera. Yes, its main symptoms are
He
vomiting.
wasn't there again today. Oh, wish he'd stay away.
Remember bread?
In the end, you've nothing to throw up except clear liquid.
Remember
Nothing to
bread?
come out the other end except sort of rice water.
I remember too much now.
Ghastly photograph, but more than a good score. I hope that's not what you're seeing, boss. But if you are, someone in your house may have cholera. Now, follow me.
Back off, you.
Don't be afraid to drink 10 to 20 quarts of water and use more to mix half teaspoon of salt, 6 teaspoons of but you don't have sugar or banana. It does. Salt's important. Drinking that much water, you don't take any additional choice. Forgetting a thing or two. Now, if there are other people in your household, please make sure that they know not to take your choices for a while, and to make sure you're drinking lots and lots of water. Now, how do you ensure that you don't get cholera? Well, be sure to adhere to your law. Now, there's absolutely no truth when that the water is running well is contaminated by
Roast beef. Beef Wellington. Wellington pie. Shepherd's pie. Apple pie. Baked apple.
Bugger, it's not my fault. I'm being controlled by someone I've never even met.
I wish I'd died in the bombings.
You can't eat but scrounge this. Please.
We're not a bloody bed and breakfast, are we? So get out!
A victory is when you know something. They're always looking out for you. And remember, no matter what you do, make sure you're taking enough joy. No excuse anymore for feeling bad. You don't have
Sleep. Drain.
I really ought to have a lie down.
There's a bandit loose! It's not a lovely day. It's not a lovely day at all. Now see here, young man.
Rotten
I
apple!
pay taxes. I demand you...
You don't belong here. Get out!
You'll be me.
I'm calling the authorities! You don't belong... Please.
I actually think you owed me a bit of money.
I'm late. I'm late for a very important date. I'm late. I'm late for a very important date. I'm late. I'm late for a very important date.
I'm calling the authorities.
I'm late. I'm late for a very important date.
Fog come from...
I'm late. I'm late for a very important date.
I'm gonna fall asleep on my feet if I don't get some rest.
Well, gather round and tell him.
I'm late.
Gather round.
I'm late for a very important date.
We last left the town of Hammond filled with rats. Horrible rats, eating them out of house and home. And the piper, in a motley coat, has promised to get rid of every last rat by playing music to them. But he expects a lot of money, and they've agreed to pay for it. What will happen? The next day, the piper came into town, and this time he had a different pipe with him. It was a tiny pipe, made of horn, and no one could even hear the music that it played. But soon, out of every barn and every field, out of every kitchen and every storehouse, all of the rats of the town swarmed towards the Pied Piper. They came out of the church, they came out of the town hall, they came up out of the well, they came out of the cupboards, they came out of the haystack. Soon, the entire village square was covered in rats, until you could not see a bare patch of dirt. And then, the piper began to walk. He walked away from the village. He walked into the dark forest in a direction that no one thought had a path.
Everything will be all
No one knew
right
it.
from now on.
But the wolf could travel very fast when he wanted to. And though he was traveling on the high road, running up and down the ridges overlooking the forest,
I'm late.
Little Red Riding Hood's mother's house, long before Little Red Riding Hood was even in shouting distance, and while the sun was still high in the sky. Knock, knock, said the wolf in a not very good English to Red Riding Hood.
It's actually sort of pretty at night, in a fatal sort of way.
Easy slice onto a platter, but he was very good with a knife, even for a wolf. Then the wolf put on the mother's pajamas and got into bed. I'm afraid we've come to the end of our time. Story, and I'm sure you'll enjoy the rest of it. For now, This is Jack Worthing saying good night all.
Now I lay me down to sleep. I don't feel well at all.